I'm happy that I learned how to read. I mean, really learn how to just pick up a book, open it up, and just read words, and through the words, have pictures form in my mind. One of the greatest novels I ever read, and one of the most compelling, thought-provoking novels I've ever read was 1984. Written, published in 1948, 49 by George Orwell, an avowed socialist. Many people mistakenly think that 1984 is a polemic against the Soviet Union of that time. It is that and much, much more. It is not just that. Because Arthur Orwell despised totalitarianism. He despised the strong man, the cult of personality. Despised it with all his being, all the way down to his core. As I despise totalitarianism. I despise the idea that the government, so to speak, some dictator can decide exactly how I live or breathe. Now, 1984 changed me. It's like there's a part of the novel, the third part of the novel, and I don't want to do any spoiler alerts here, but the third part of the novel, there's a thing about something that's going to change you forever. You know, you're going to stay changed forever. And basically, when I first read 1984 at the encouragement of a ninth grade English teacher named Ms. Sullivan, or O'Sullivan, but it was Sullivan. I had seen the movie with Edmund O'Brien and Jan Sterling and Michael Redgrave, and she said, "Well, if you like that movie so much, you should read the book. The book is much better." And that was when I first heard that idea, and that the book is much better, from this teacher. And I did read the book, and it was much better. It was, I have to tell you, not only is 1984 a novel, but I consider it a textbook on how to recognize totalitarian bullshit when you see and hear it. I credit 1984 with keeping me out of cults. You know, a lot of times you were put into, people were attracted to cults. Well, I want you to know that if I hadn't read that, or if it hadn't influenced me so much, who knows, maybe I would have been into a cult. The cult of personality. I mean, this society, believe it or not, ironically enough, our free society somehow is a, I don't know, people are attracted to the celebrity, so to speak, the clergy person, religion. I mean, we live in this free society, but people who are attracted to the religion, for example, I mean, that's totalitarian in itself. I mean, you have to believe a certain thing, or you have to do certain things. People are attracted to having their freedoms being subtracted. Now, 1984 has helped me to recognize totalitarian crap. And one of the primary examples of what I learned from 1984 was this idea of the mutability of the past. Let me repeat that. Mutability of the past. Now, the Republican Party is adept at this practice, which is one of the principles of ingsoc. That's ingsoc, ingsoc. And ingsoc is a newspeak word, and newspeak is something from the novel. It's a newspeak word that means English socialism. Now you remember Orwell was a socialist, was using the word socialism ironically. The same way, I mean, if you look at National Socialism, here's another group, a right-wing slimeball group, Nazis, who used the socialism in their title. And basically, he did, Orwell did the same kind of thing with 1984. He put in an ironic twist to the word socialism, because totalitarians have used that word, abused that word to their own benefit. Because anybody who knows true, pure socialism knows, I'm not talking about democratic socialism, knows that we're not talking about totalitarianism. To understand how Donald Trump and the Republican Party uses mutability of the past, you have to understand that everything they say about the opponent, it's really applies to themselves. I mean, if Donnie Trump calls Hillary a crook, and believe me, she's not a tchotchkela, that really means him. When he says the election is rigged, or if the Republican Party says it's rigged, it really means that it's rigged. They rig it. They're the riggers. And if you've studied the Republican Party, as I have especially over these last 8 years since Obama became president, that's all these turds have been trying to do. They've been trying to rig elections. The reason we can't get rid of a Republican House is because of something called gerrymandering. So, I mean, they have stacked up a way of making each district beholden to only their party. So we're stuck with a Republican House, and they're just going to block everything because they're dedicated to totalitarianism. The next thing you have, of course, is the idea that Obama has messed up this entire country. The mutability of the past sets in over here, where you have a situation where people are led to believe that Obama caused the Iraqi war, or Obama has caused the Great Recession, Obama caused the housing crisis. You see, part of the mutability of the past has to do with the idea of memory. And in 1984, the party controls, the big brother, the dictator controls all thought, all actions, everything. They control how the news is put out. They control how the past is interpreted. So, for example, the main character, Winston Smith, he has to revise history. That's his job. His job is to revise history, because he works in the Ministry of Truth, which is dedicated to making sure that people don't understand what the past really was. The past is changed according to the mutability of the past, is changed the way the party wants it to be changed, to benefit them. So if the GOP wants you to think that voting is rigged, they're the ones rigging it. They're the ones taking away people's rights in all the states to do voter ID laws and the like. Nonsense. Do you know how many people have been disenfranchised from our elections thanks to the GOP? Do you know how many ex-convicts, people who have served their time, can't register to vote still? It's the Republican Party that is denying people the right to vote. It's the Republican Party that's rigging elections. It's the Republican Party under this Comey FBI directors who is trying to redo that disaster of 2000. Mutability to the past is a very important concept of INGSOC. It means that the past can be changed to benefit the dictator. And it is up to you to make sure to have a good memory and to remember who the real culprits are, who the real villains are, who the real people are that want to destroy all that we value in this great country of ours. Do rag wisdom, be safe.